Honorable Timothy NDC.
Yes.
Abza for some makwa ba biem eba UTV anwumre nkobotwetwe a kasebo mu ye de ebrem webraso se afi na anwumre so yetena se na atwe nkobo ne asembe na atwe ho nkomo oman Ghana edu ba bia na ye de nnwuma oman impuntu nti ye de adwuma ema contractor for eni enipakuo bi so omunye adwuma ema oman edu ba bia hihye mu no ewo se oman no eni adwumakuo no ede ne nsa hye entiase apem biase contract biase se ne be ye adwuma ne be koyi bedu baabi no wobetietie mu no na judgment debt obako abuso betina aban no kwakoboka bi se enhihye ya nkoyi bedu baabi na adwuma kura de amanipa no so onyema oman Ghana no sika ye tua no no ebro adwuma na oye no so den na sa nyomen ekoba contract ne sign ne sen ye wo public procurement authority adwuma no mo ye ne sen awia mom no medu be bia isika etugu we na empanifo mienu e ka me ho na anwumre yi ye ba betwetwe ho nkomo honorable Timothy Awuntirim ono eye former Bulsan of MP NDC ni ono e ka me ho na sanso na first Nasara national chairman coordinator national coordinator Alhaji Abubakar ni din de bia na medical hia no ni din nti na me hu din nam se na de mahie din no lako mbani fo makwa ba mpacho bia bokọ de
adum ye de
ye de nyame ase
mo ka sa de sa na asemasa
ade sa na asemasa nso ne de asem san ye ba bekeke nkom ye ba behwe o man impuntu kwan a eneme bi wo ha ye be hu ne puma sibre na o man atumi akoranim timi sam makwa ba biem we de me fanfi soro na me famra me nko me bonkum so na me nko honorable Timothy honorable we de general concern e san se ye be ka se if 92 constitution mu a ye bay sansem yi bonkum ni nifa ye amanyoku adi o man so da NDC ne MPP bia ya tibi obi amemu mu da se abanya ma adwuma obeti yesi sika na boroso obeti yesi judgment debt nyoma ankoyi abanya ntoto nyoma yi ankoyi ntie na kokota kwako diska die ye bisa nane se enhye na ekosen sanse ministers wom parliament wom civil servant wom na ye lawyers wom bi attorney general wom ansa na sa nyoma nyina adimu den ye san ekofi achi koboka obetina fi aye oman sunum contract ni ensan ye na ase yen ti achi ni yenhum ye
yo say it's a very beautiful question And our share topic now, yeah, discussing.
I had the time
national.
Mean Chawano, what shall I say 10:23 and about 10:33. Nama about honorable Lakula Kunche. 10 minutes.
Chairman Lakula Chairman, so and I'm
okay.
We shall even locally. We have a law called willful causing financial loss to the state.
Yeah.
And yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, say more you must say you need this come out. Na say we shed that. We nim say sikana odi be adwuma no e de nsunsuaso beba. It will not bring effective use of the money.
Okay.
It means that you knew and you intentionally so willfully causing financial loss to the state.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now you are supposed to be punished by that law.
Yeah.
And also you hunu crofo after the Rawlings's regiments under President Kufuor.
Yeah.
Some people went to jail because of that.
Yeah.
If Rimuna, the former finance minister, Victor Solomon, interestingly, about Parliament, you voted about Parliament. The first time I met TBB to say judgment debt, free President Mills I don't buy it. His word was that we've been saddled with judgment debt. Actually, say, hey, idea you nim dado. Say that kind, you nim free titi. Say judgment debt is a waste and it's costing the taxpayers money. Once you know the sickness, when you are there about there, you can always get the medicine how to be treated. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now judgment debt, yeah, but the most popular one I bet my can here. What you media buy and I did 2 Jumu Chrome Hana ye did this the issue now is did we go or did we come? Me no cano. I mean really just some few things for you from judgment there. And also judgment there is it comes as a result of timing. Members of Parliament so I bought chain effect now. As a Yinukoma Sana, the final document will be signed by the minister.
Yeah.
International agreement be said by Parliament. Now, about Parliament, at the die minute, members of Parliament, they cannot even read to see the issues involved. And every document, there were termination clauses. So, the councillor, say,
okay.
You trouble legal document. The document, big document, by some members of Parliament, they should go through. Share, you know, because I said judgment the way they're popular. $170 million at the cancellation of GC power say buy no eno de nim yanko defending po sama attorney general was notified he knew that we were going to pay this money and also it's as a result of the cancellation of a contract by a minister or cancel there are clauses that shows that if you cancel this thing without due process this is the amount you pay. And so we went ahead and did it. Another judgment debt I be see $50 million. You are aware? And they for excavators no one omokoye na $50 million. And also you know, the judgment but na say one ko appeal against her. Finally, the one we know you go and take a certificate of judgment. Yes, and you will pay. So a court over 180. You have 500. You have 55 million dollars. You have $70 million. A dose. What did you know? Boma is coming to 1.8 billion Ghana cedis on only judgment debt.
Okay.
Share interchange now. Pokwa's interchange now. It will surprise you. The Pokwa's interchange is less than $100 million.
Yeah.
Into if judgment debt alone is over $310 million, how many Pokwa's interchanges can we get from that? How many? We'll get about 3 other Pokwa's interchanges of the same kind.
Okay.
Now, even if Sheyan Kasagana Hanmo, share Auditor General report, currently, Auditor General report of Parliament, meaning 20 billion Ghana cedis is lost. 20 billion. How many Pokwasi interchanges? How many schools? How many hospital beds? Would they show? That is Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Sanyama when you caught into the drain. Share PPA boss, Ajenim Boaten, his the office onunkwa Shrak procurement boss
procurement authority.
Okay. Shrak investigated and saw that $4 million was in the private account. 50 million Ghana cedis was there. Several accounts are BABA. That's a public officer up to now. Yenji's can. So the problem of our judgment debt and other debts is that any time say me and I mean you and I won't put in charge of any government agency.
Okay.
Now ko cancel it. You more punishment. You know the interesting thing. They still give you another post more than what they now honor with the trouble no buy. No? There's a minister in charge of Ministry A. Or they said now administration style no at the judgment deba at the infractions of procurement in the The auditor's report is there. That team under your ministry did this. But after Yasa win election, Yasa could mami bigger ministry, cabinet ministry. Uka se minu yana oti hono. Obe can it prevent him? It hasn't done anything. In most democracies like China, Malaysia, Singapore, no hono na yenia yes, omo mine etumpono. If you're a public officer, that's a sign. First of all, they will jail you. They will punish you. You'll be banned from public office. And most at times we talk about this government because His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was he has been in this journey for 40 years and he's coming to protect the public purse. On a dear, Oko Campo Bashani Niano MP for them say Nana Addo de Kata se Shan Pro dear and found Kwan and Ninja home. Is that the story we are seeing? Oh, for bad governors, don't talk about him.
But
Anka, neighbor. Anka Dunsinibi na catcher was saying, ye 2 minutes share His Excellency Nana Addo Nsa. Na say name no to judgment debt, talking about procurement overrun of budget. Janami Church, something small at the presidency, they overrun by 54 million. The presidency.
But Bibo,
Electoral Commission 150 million. Energy Ministry 4 billion. Ministry of Interior 2 billion. Ningina is in the audit before Parliament as we talk now.
Bibo, say we are different from where this budget is different from say we there any contract be na yakwa kosan expenses e twa momo
no, some are contractual distance.
Okay.
Okay. We know that means we have to get the bread, but some are out of procurement infractions on contracts because the Minister of Road has contracts. Minister of Energy procure what do you call energy sector your friend is saying power and so on. So we know this. The Minister of
power purchase.
Power purchase. No?
Okay.
The Auditor General say in Tiamo say these findings clearly offend the Appropriation Act 2019 blah 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 and the Public Finance Management Act. That's in so Auditor General the way nyina ba. Na se when tima punish me and am te ho na sa na mo nyina ba na ye kwan na ye ba ye. And also the higher worse and say a man for see form some be fight corruption even through most of the things are contracts and procurement. It's not just administration.
Now the one
Auditor General say how about Domlovo?
Yeah.
How about Juma? He was this one who was fighting corruption. He would say charge if you don't he would send it to court, you know. Then or call investigator about Crow contract, you know. Crow and associate contract about senior minister and Ekosi say yeah, Pamono. Now say on no issue statement say a man for no more years how human they've demoted them, transferred them. Ye knew mat na me do Ekosi say Shajapa delay the court. So contract between Ghana government and all those who were involved in that. Yenye we mpo na man for afa ichiri mpo disika. Eno so Ekosi say into no I had to say the nima asama ebeba no. Nso aya na ya sheda. Ni akoye then the taxpayer between you and I will suffer. And no I may share video be say man hu. Won say and say a krobi Ghana ha ana atakwa me dan you bugu woman be a wode akora hye na echi.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you're a minister for local government or a minister for finance? A woman, the price of things have gone up, and this child, the woman died with the child behind her. Not dying a bugu so. Into when you know, I am in your tanker, there's a judgment ahead in heaven for all of us.
Okay.
So Obia the public funds are shown, sir. Say the contract, judgment desk, who read it, go and sign. Some are even in German, no case our contract, no. In German, a minister Minister of Safma for no sign near a car was say, you know, was in German language, so he couldn't read. French language will go and sign. You do that without due diligence. It's the taxpayer, the whole world like that one meaning. Sika Ekoji from America is the taxpayers' man of America. Into me the bahan man use
okay. Let us say
about second round.
Yeah, but second round. More question bisana. we dey mama watie ni me ba be bisa question na etoa so na ya hwese se sika na anya yi o my Ghana nyina na ye koma nti we dey me say question be but Alhaji Lakulaku bram na ye nhwe na ye betoa so we also 43 na me ne wa wie na ya fin questions na bana ya hwe specifics na
I like the way I will check you time. One check you time come in our trada.
Big trap show. So I would say
when you am inti yanko
ye di kan ya sida be manya kupon say wa ma same ye na ya shemu na ya chia ye penny for his excellency ni na be the chief na ni me ja ni say by this time oluma on na o man penny ku for ohwe ti papa ya chia o
ajoso
minua ebem say emire du a etwa say oman as oman Ghana no ya to me transi na ye hwe the way forward because ye na ya ba say oman ntina ye ba abebo oman no because of the future generation because in chema ye nwo mo no etwa say to me ye bibi edisi o nti se metie ni awo kan ya ni na se na be ya ye betwa kitati se ana nya sa na kan kitati se ni proye ye betwa so kakra mi madwin kakra mi kra ni se asaban ba na otumi gitumi na obe ya aban wo one lawyer lawyer no na attorney general anamboa attorney general so no there were a lot of prosecutors in the office there were lawyers be paying so nase said there me say oman yem penny phone na ye hwe na some ministries that almost to me create say legal team ya to me trust I didn't think I make us
there's a contract with Yanko Attorney General.
Thank you because that is the government no ni lawyer any attorney general omo dos wo into ministry bia person contract bia person ko sign agreement bia atwa so to me the call so far as SMBC attorney general na esoma no ebi o na ministry akọ sign contract bi na attorney general nim ho bi na afi na de na bia anyanya ya ono ene me ba be si na na mu say on konko we de on ko hwe nti mimi fi say ye be hwe sakita say dia na say ministries ni na no ye mpo mo dia say ye be ma attorney general office no aya aware bibia ye be bia no because say onu etransi na ohwe bibia wi a na o ma go ahead say e be agreement that mo ko na contract na mo ko no mo ko so na mo nye but say one ma attorney general na hu na wo ko because minu kai minu say ministry bebre akọ create judgment there biaba ama o man no na enye personally your mind ministry bia wo bia no so your mind no aban no na wo hye na se na wo ye adwuma e dey ama aban no nti me fi say sa ne o ma we no enye yen aban so aba atwam ya hu bebre basisi a pe solution how we better a break is our solution no because we share judgment there by a dosu o manu so se bi o tafrache min ka se ye huntoye ye priest na be ya ye betuma ye punto bebre se na menu anu si ye fix country no yes ye fix it ye go so fix it obi anso ahun se ye fix it because o man there untumi ka se oba woni be hu be bia dabi untumi engina faako enya bibia nso se obeka se ogina nkran ne ntutu nkran at ubeye bi uye bi no ebi nso a na wahwe no nso nti ketase a bai ene uhwe parliament nsemo mu kan ni amika de bia ne se obi bia obekọ akọ create judgment there bia mbo man no atwa so face law no uye ho ankra na atwa se masa law no eye adwuma una okofa ba enti koyi wa no because ye nkofo bi won ma omu ye lazy in reading enti ade no ba on to no bo and take days and fan hwe eyinu yi na wa pre ne ho ebia na odwini akaka obenya won chen na wa kwa sign contract eno ni nya ho se tebia no nipa bebre o mampeni Kufuor de omu call jail no ebi no cause omu sign agreement no omu antumi antrase antumi ancheki anhu se ade aye koye aye bia otena ede na besi because usu be ku ama o man Ghana na wakwa koketi a menua one anko fasa problem no because we share Ghana ha since Nkrumah time o man penyi Kufuor na set record because the minister be here there na nya o se menua tranche obi ya there nya nipa sen Ibrahim Adam send o ka no yetumi de omu koye Kwame Pipra
Victor
Solomon even Chachuchi Kata ya de ni ko ozo on ye man pardon ozo on ti ase on ti ase ka tena ho but you ti pardon no ba so ba boti we no ozo be fight we dey pardon dey o fight but me was what about it
okay
oh it a part of the judgment depth now and o man panic for say na mu face law no it me dey ye ko ye nim no mesre ye panic for na e o man ho a o mu tie ye say because and the future generation wo ba no o mu ti say ye time no because computer ni internet abenti o mu very sharp
okay
nti say person man no economy a ye mbomodian na ye fight kitatiste nti media ni American say obi bia enam so a judgment dem buy no eta so ko yiwa no and ye come on man no ye metra say me be come me government me see obi bia a obi create sade no eta so face the law because we share na sika ye hweze sia no e sika bia ka betuma ye mpuntu obibiri e wo man
ma misa we na ye nhwa de se na o ka se obi bia obekwa ye ayi no wo hwe chain nso anka efam na e wakakra public procurement ebeba nipa ko a oba be pa adwuma no kra so e de ne tendering beba ba be tender emra kra ho se e wo se ba da obo kratam ye bo hu dawru se adwuma we ye de e ba be ma ansa na ye wo a lawyer for be bia wo kan ya ho no twema yi kakra ne se akwakwa se ye interest does because attorney general na ye hwese nka bibia ye mra sem bia no ohumu because obia ne dibia but ye ne sana ye ne sana se ya hye ye hu na edi oman ne bone because ye be ko parliament kra so ye ma mrahye bedwafo no emre no muntumi enhye da enhwe sa various areas no se bibi sei ba na okase obia enye emu na konta so obi obeye bone bia ye nso no mu ususu se emre bi mrasa se mra wo hodada ye nhye mo kinana
sa mra no de ohwe constitution no mra bebe wo ho but they empower mra no because nya wo kan no bebi a sha ase ebedu ye edi be call ye obi abayi na no ebi na wo kan se ba no procurement etwa se di ba bo atamu ye di ba papers mu ebi na wo kra ko be dia wo benya but before edi be ba no na obi anya dada tama wo di be ba paper mu e be announce
okay once what ma dwene se
na obi anya dada
e sa ba paper mu but ne e ba ye yi keke
na ka se di ba ye nti sanyoma we no na etwa se to me check it because sometimes they blame politicians but I can tell you say civil servants for no maza enyoma omu ye no say kasikafo a ka civil servant be was casting politicians which you know because so share your directors be or ministries be politician be ko fufuro be ba not your also we wa ha no say na ye no onu so be bisa nti we wa ha no say na mo se ye no odu be sa
no no bi ka se nipa ba ko a menu nsamo we de enkomo na yetwetwe but ye nam ye hu bi road inspectors
yeah
yes kwan ne nye so be kwa akosan say ye nansa na kwan ne tutu
thank you and they met me a catch us say a serious issue a tembi am pese me nya akwanya na me kan wasem me ankasa me area wo botwe shalibotwe ekwa na ye no enya 1 year but ekwa na tutu me comfort to contractor no but one duty before be raise certificate be try na kanu it was say highways for ebe check no mu hu say ekwa na 1 year no enu kwa say tuaka cause one year no ye but ye be tuaka me kan bebre won kra ya di maloka obekwa akoye bibi jina oje owia na wakodi ne sika ochina obo se omu di abo asa begu kwa no so di kota kaka ka no faso a na body na akonche within short time it this are shadow job
Alaji medase besia ba ho Mr. Timothy yehwe ade ba ko a sabre judgment debt ye tai hu ni se contract ni ye sign wo ani ma do breso a Alaji breso na judgment debt beba enye me na me sign ye nti ana me kagu we ani ma se ne breso wan sign ni ye ko so behwe judgment debt na eba na the osan ye no enye ne breso na etua judgment debt eya na se mrahye bedwama transit dada kura na ade na ye mpani fo ntumi ntina se okay me buy ma beto contract we ba ye nhwe ne bonku ni nifa ne nhwe de ete but ye beja ma akọ 170 million ye kọ hu court kura ya nkọ ma akọ ya asem sanso na 151 million osahi president say me yentua ehu na etua sika no na akọ judgment edem
when they mean judgment debt and the cancellation of contracts no it's a political issue share governments
politicians
maybe I want to tell you something
okay
the Americans say aya your opposition you kasa too much your opposition
okay
we say that your project here or say there's so much corruption into omo power what the ombe cancel be show say the no mo kan our bonten no our ma beto na correct hwe na e wo power na no mo kan about the cocoa roads okay
yeah
cocoa roads we say koje busia we would use the cocoa to
syndicated
loan near the cocoa roads the MPP told us that the contracts were over bloated what you heard it on by they set a forensic audit me no come up to one audit report yet the local contracts no more so munje adwuma no omo ituma no pe nyentu omo up to today one guy say no more come about the fact that a 6 classroom block time no now I acquire about 350 no born a day you see how many call now edu 1 million contractors are yafa get fan akoje loan 1.5 billion dollars say be tu omo nyentu omo on the Americano into the issue about the cancellation of judgment debt no you name the cause we can stop it as a nation we can stop it my brother we a minister me my culture say contract acquire no and document acquire sign no is corrupted but say yes sir why would that force and cancel
but Mr. Timothy yehwe say contract ne sign no mun so no apart from say me cancel bia party Asiana bia betwam but say was what say we there asem osimasi tina asem ye de shame no so nye
yes so that is why the solution lies because asem otina why de shame anye no there are clauses there are sentences kire say contract ninya kwan we so na obefa so
okay
no wa cancel do we do that or we go ahead to cancel and it make cancel near afa kire akwaje judgment debt ni bi na dey ahye ebotom. Do we do that? The document number catch say contractor team they mau as a minister of energy no. Sa niema we name for the procurement. Now we cancel. This is the punishment. This is the payment. Into uba as a minister you ube we me no. No one says me cancel. The emphasis na benye free so amagana for. Some man cancel so the emphasis na benye free Ghana. No way the two. That's what I can. Then Attorney General will come in and look at the legal implications. If you to me you have to refer it back to Parliament, you refer it back to Parliament. Now you can cancel it. They can go to any court, they won't lose. Now a banner on Kwaka say, oh, okay, say team be investigating no. Even it is not nearer to cancel, not cancel to fulfill your promise to punish team.
But Mr. Botu say that I'm for into us Mr. say contract bi wo ho a sebe me de bia me kase wo hwe contract nsem de ana lawyer for edimu akotin obeti baby say take or pay
yeah
adena bibisa no yenya brema entiase ma because the one chen for say take or pay I say enhye bi ne ekoye enhye no we banso a o se da bi we di arena me hye me ho say me ni bi kura me kwa kotua Adi ye share ho akomfo sa.
There be take or pay no. It depends on the situation and the problem you are seeking to solve at the time. Ebinisi energy procure energy what do you call it?
Power
purchases now fine because it was a critical situation. Businesses were collapsing and so on and so forth. The whole country was on. You know, these were emergency power purchases.
Emergency.
There be even beyond energy procurement. There are other procurements that would even cancel.
Okay.
And me catch us it depends on the situation on the ground. If it is an emergency, if the country is going through a disaster, you must procure to arrest the disaster. One of them, internet was soul, what do you call it? Soul sourcing, purchasing, and so on and so forth. No, and as there are some purchases through the procurement process. No, ye me and sanum kwana wo source that you know. Into when you do that, no, the prices will go up. But even in the case of emergency, no, there are still clauses for termination. Say, okay, take or pay, no, who pay, you know, the beba. Say you produce power and one take care will pay. If you take it to you pay. But in Crawford who have the capacity to sell, we can sell that aspect. We sell now in your half, you'll be able to clear your debt. Are you getting the point? The take or pay, you can say, okay, I need it by emergency. But what was this here? No? Do you know that we are exporting power to Burkina Faso?
Yeah.
You exported Miami Free, I've seen the lines. We are exporting to other people. Let's even assume, say, Cote d'Ivoire also is buying the power at a kilowatts megawatts at a lower price. Let's say we be reducing the cramp, half of the money. Is it not better than to go and cancel and pay billions? What kind of marriage deal?
Yeah.
Okay, I married deal pa. I almost say we wanted and then over bloated the contract. On by they set up a 21-member committee led by the Minister for Interior to go to Dubai. Go to Dubai and send on by. They came back with no report and they even came and increased it to $800 million. And then the day,
okay,
it's good governance that can resolve this matter. What we call a tit for tat.
Alaji. Na Mr. Timothy ka say but say ho no me ne nkoya adwen pa because wo hwe contract ne semu na epempi na nye amanyofo nko a civil servants ensa wo mu bi ansa na contract na tumi aba yense science anu kakra na yenhwe ye mra na yenane nnoma ni kakra na because akwa say wo de ye me ba me blemu eno na sese yete ho enti me de bia me taa ka say amanyofo no subanti civil servant bi so afa ho eye no me bia onimade we se bia da nye ba a politician din na da so ye contract ho nsam ne ade ye nan ye nsa kakra na
etwa say da ne nsa because me gidi say o man sika na e di aglosa because say bi utafrache o man no waba betra o na ne hayen bibifo pa wo Ghana no ondwi o man no man dachi odwi ne ono benya unim Ghana for bibia ye ko bia no nipa no ondwi say ade o emeye amana ye but or dream because civil servant be influence ni say honorable last time we were on say na ye no we say ah we benya say ono so transit dream say we no or to me for boni aja say nipa na or to fo no or to for boni into okoto for boni na so panyin boni na okodi ne tia na mo nyina ma akɔhye amra no mu into adu me a etwa say omra no ye mamra no nye adwuma ye dane mra no ne tumi kro man no ye ni oma bia ka Ghana ho because no hwa you free ba no his excellence abomodi and the free SHS aba we need money ye duaska nti say who tumi koye ekokata wani na who tumi koye ni oma bi kita hye bi na udwen ho abanso a wokosi ana estate bi a wokosi no look Miriam mami fa konya we na min cancel edu me etwa say mamra no ye adwuma ye tumi ma emra no ye adwuma because we are civil servant.
Alaji la memo watu aso misa question bi emfam bi ani kakra wo Alaji Timothy Mr. Timothy se parliament wo de wakɔ da ntem misa asa question se contract bi ba ho major contract akese a oman de adwuma no mo kan keke ana moto so aba simple majority ana me pese minya sa woni bi ani kakra ne ye se contract ba parliament bi okra mo kan se bi a mo kan wie bi okra mo kan wie but abato na nye kura we na me na me doso ntino me push my
yes parliament is a contract na be ba the ministry responsible and finance energy ministry
yeah
ombe technically be normally document now back parliament for approval. The bar normally the biggest problem about parliament is that time the document in Babano, they will refer the document to the energy committee and the finance committee because it's going to deal with finance and energy. Yes, sir. Say roads and energy to go and do due diligence at the farm. But time in the bar, sometimes it can be that.
But say you need an
example. Okay. Shajapa deal, you know, they use not less than 5 hours to push it through. But the question then comes, sir, is it you're pushing it through majority? And yes, it does that because the government of the day, no, I am majority. But there are some of the contracts you need about 2 tests. You can push it through. Okay. But you know, it's a contract, and it is to inure to the benefit of the country. The opposition have no. You can say
that to support.
To support. Yes, Anna. Then you debate it on the floor of the parliament to ensure that but we want this project to come on. Into the parliament proceedings, you know, it depends, but this procedure is the same thing for international contracts to come to the floor of the parliament. It will be referred to the proper committee. The proper committee will do the due diligence, bring it back for us to vote on it. What was that?
But Honorable Timothy, one thing young come to treat me according to say the wow can opposition at the beer. When who parliament idea the numbers and the PMS or back can no atum or Babem or Baby Blame. I don't swear.
Oh, the parliament will work by what we call
numbers to test in the account.
We mostly consensus building.
Section and the contract say be a head and ya 20 na wi nto on ka hwenche Ghana for seki ya 20 me bata ha dia manfo mo show na enye obeye di ken se oba aben mu na oba ka se
oba aben mu so dia
oba aben mu na o man ni
parliament proceedings is general about consensus building. One say into niema nyina ebe it's not about voting now and the argument I am
sure so you no be work out.
Yes, and no the best work out is a different matter, but most issues that depends it's consensus building. You be to say you be work out, but no mo be adwene. But it do say work out now. It means there's something fundamental a person will change it. Na mo nchenti work out that assembly because say sa document mo de ba mo say ka ho bi say work out. Nti mo na mo take blame no. You understand? So highly would you see the workout? But workout, no, but that means there's a disagreement as to how that document should be debated or implemented.
Yes, to be opposition for or interest scratching the wire.
There you go, yeah. You know, one thing is that no, my brother. One thing is that
okay.
You know, most of international business no contract, you need a local partner. You need a local partner. And a local partner, sometimes they have to come and do lobbying. That is it. So when they do the lobbying, it does well, local. That's what the law says.
Okay, say Vodafone PC appeal for Rebecca.
Yes, well, can Nanya Sani Bisan said, "Tam don't mess na do house." It do that. Oh, Bisan said, "Tam de no 5,000." Na do how now do not say. Who said no? You understand? The contracts, when they are international in character, you need a local partner. Local partner, so a businessman or a Ghanaian or but members of parliament must have time to scrutinize the document.
Say no, me do anu si no. Na wo say o man na wo say ehwe parliament say asem ne ba, wo say ehwe ehu. Na attorney general se ne alaji la kula kan no so e ho so ye hwese ebenya bre ho na o ma hwem se minister ni wie kura me feel say ka minister ni wie kura nka attorney general kura se na besia ko parliament
na some advocate say na some advocate I've heard it I think from members some of the members of parliament saying that on be chop contract ma on refer it back to parliament offices in church contract Musa that will solve the issue of the judgment debt in Kikahono. No, I agree with you. I don't have a problem with that. Attorney General and then the minister should not just cancel. They should refer it back to Parliament again for proper scrutiny and then say, "Bechoma, then we can hold.
But I told you no ya adwin, but me gidi send the sign and also show first because so back and forth to the see when you sign the year.
I agree with you perfectly. I agree.
Cancellation.
And do cancellation.
Yeah.
I agree. Anything I'm saying, Mr. Cite example. Yeah, Papa was for sign a contract that was written in German. And I didn't send by and was one on Tia in
Okay.
So if a senior minister at the time can do that, I remember the Macmillan books issue to the same thing. And you know, I agree with you, but the issue is that they must give them time to read through this document. They are bulky. And accounts experts. We are not all lawyers in parliament. We have some who are teachers, who are nurses, you name them. In Basana, we even have other institutions outside that are perfect, like the Chartered Accountants Group, who are that there are other senior lawyers, advocates. We can
the topic the committee say we producers were saying RVC because a broad and some woman was Alajia Kuma me no wunwie na yenhwe said ye can say sadia na say parliament na attorney general nya hia mo because me tie Mr. Timothy here e bi okwa don hia accountant bi o ye expert owo nimdie wo international law ne nkeka na de wo ma e betumi aboa na contract because obi o ha ba wa ye din close bi o crash a eboa ne to ba be ye dwon onye ne yie onya ye epe no wa so le tia say o wi afi say close we shim adwuma no so onye ne yie o pam no so enye yie
anything na make us say o hwe parliament you were professionals all sort
maybe na omo no so won ni say o ba
social finance committee a o tumi say enimdie fo a omo nim
finance bi na contract committee de
accountants won tie ba say we need those professionals to take care of it.
Say enye monetary aspect in nkwan o because we have be wa sika 7 de ka hu ni asem
the economic implications
your lawyers
legal implications
your legal practitioners
lawyers
our parliament anything that do maybe a ka uhwe kane no a ka lawyers in penny for pa na our parliament
okay
but then uhwe a ene say me ka your parliament na say awon de no e ba form
o check account so wa che dodo
there be I just say yenya omo a uche wo a obi akona omo ba adwuma no let me tell you Chairman Sabonso former MP ewo Ekropon the friends lawyer asa papa no obo adwuma kasa when it come look Chairman Sabonso adwuma no a lot of adwuma no Chairman Sabonso opiama no
bill ba
obeko parliament ye about 12 and adwuma no mo ho ye adwuma
okay
but if you look at the generation of ba no ni lazy class obefa committee you catch us the committees be kwa nyoma
you say be ntai nko
omo nyoma dwuma yi omo nyoma dwuma yi
tira bi ona bo obehwe so TV so obehwe nipa ti chamber ho
yes chamber ho
obi be sign di na ko esam
nyimu ti sa
o so to be nyuma na don't go
ona bo so speakers let I complain tira bi a
yes but at the committee level do be there
obi sign di a oko
na me for we ntwa to
ye stress into the tell
or come about road be omo ye hwe be bia mfre ese mo fa mo cameras na mo bra
ye koda but the issue is camera ni twa nko na wo hwe UTV a ye koda but on about the make can say enye camera ni twa nko na mana twa because wo be twa but se nipa na ye na adwuma na anya wo twa akosi nse
now look at the maker last year it's a common rules no kwa rules ni nyina are starting munchim essay with Alpha contractors no would I want UTV to bring you can call me
yeah baba
me no the whole road
yeah yes kana adie
yeah baba but you said do your contract no wasem
yes
do your adwuma no wasem no ko tu say adwuma no so wasem
that is what I'm talking these people we need to pursue them look say set example ba ko me no a next time Kwame Koyo kogu koyo di nuko into oba obeka na nya obeka say nya
me das abusafo krobi din de kajebi o kana wajebi sem no wa ohwe aso ye di nkoma ye o man mu ni nyina ho asem na wo se ye hwe na ye ka sanse contract ho nsem de o san contract de o koye adwuma no de o kwa kohwe se adwuma no ye mpo a tiri bia beko ba bi na esi school dan bi hwe de eti wona tum se nso ani na nso ni agye atu no ma no na eboka we na empanifo mienu ebeboa me atwetwe ho nkomo Alhaji eye Lakulaku Abubakar no eye first national coordinator ema MPP amanyoko ni sanso na Mr Timothy Awuntirim ono so oye Machebe Dwanida ewo Busa North NDC
Atabwade Akaba kubato
atabuade eno eye ne din eka ne din mperefo menu ena beboa ye ema ye di ensemi e di ebremu me din de ani mado me ni menua ba obi ya ene ye di kasebo no edi kan e di bremu nyame ya adom a ekina de obi a UTV adom no dom ye de bebremu da kriw no ni adwumayefo no nyina ase nyame man ya nopa yakramo